Hi, this is Linda, and I am back to put together days 17 and 18 in my 2023 December daily. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so for day 17, I had one of my foundation page ideas where I didn't actually create a foundation page. Instead, I created a foundation kit. And basically what I wanted to do was a full double page spread of tags. So I put some tags here that I wanted to include, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one still, but I did include that one. These two papers that have tags on them, a vellum and a pattern paper. A few of the tags from various kits or add-ons that I wanted to possibly include. And I didn't have a story idea. I do have more tags around here that I might end up including as well. I kind of went with like a bluer scheme here, but I think I'm going to do maybe like a blues and greens, because what I did was I went over on my computer and I used some of the digital stamps. I have the digital stamp set, so I'm going to show you the physical stamp. So I used this one and I created a digital, sorry about that. I created digital versions of this one right here, like that, to create 6 tags to hold my journaling. And then I used the digital of this stamp set to add the word joy on there. And I cropped it off so that it was cropped around the tag because I plan to cut these out. I also deleted the stars there because I do want to punch some holes, but I don't have a star punch and I wasn't going to be able to cut that out. So I actually might put like a star bread or something. I'm not entirely sure if I'm just gonna punch holes or what I'm gonna do. And then I did 2 different greens, which I used my eyedropper tool, and I opened up the digital file of this paper, this pattern, and I pulled this lighter green for 3 of them and the darker green for 3 of them. And actually I wanna add this to my little kit here. And my plan for this story was to do a page of little things that are bringing me joy this season. So I have 6 right here. And I'm going to maybe make a title. I might not. I might just do like a 17. And I'm just going to create a fun spread of tags that's similar to this, that covers a 2-page spread, where I'm just going to kind of cut out a bunch of tags and create a fun collage, I guess. And I think it'll just be kind of fun to lay everything out and figure out how it fits. I do also want to say that before I printed these, I had printed them much larger, and I realized these were way too big, so I just sized them down on my computer, and I actually ended up getting the size that matches the stamp sets pretty well. If I didn't have the digitals, I could have very easily created these using these 2 physical stamps. I would have stamped this onto my paper, stamped this one, and then cut it out to cut off that edge. And then I would have just handwritten in my journaling, which would have worked also, but I wanted to do some digital, partially just because it's easier to kind of get the spread put together and focus on the crafty aspect once I'm at my desk. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on fast forward and start putting this page together. to finish day 18. I had just done day 17, which is more time consuming and fun. And day 18, I have this foundation page, and I think it's gonna be super simple. So what I didn't think through is that this is red and this is green, but I think it's okay. My plan for this is just to do a photo of the gifts under the lit up tree. I have this sticky note. So I took a photo and I struggled to get it the right dimensions just because the tree is way taller than it is wide. And I really struggled to get a good photo of my tree this year. I kind of decided that my tree is not really in a location that suits itself to good photos because the way the couch is, it's kind of like tucked in the corner. And I like it for like the ambiance for when you're in the room, but for photo taking, it's not the best. These are I printed these for one of the later days, so you'll see that in a later video. But see, I'm gonna take this out, and eventually I will put some thread, or like not thread, ribbon around that. But for now, I'm just gonna work on the page itself outside of the album. So I have this and this here, and I will put some ribbon on here once I do the back for day 19. But I basically just want a picture of my tree here. And then what I decided for this story is I have 3 stories about the tree, kind of are like gifts that I just wanted to have like little stories. These were misprints from day 17. And then here I also have some text printed for one of the day, I think that's for day 20. But here I have these 3 things. I'm gonna punch them out. And I think the plan was to punch them with 1.5 inch circles. Yes, that seems about right. I just need to trim this a little closer. So this foundation page, I'm really thrilled that I have this foundation page made. Having foundation pages really has helped me a lot this year because it's made some of these days kind of really easy to get them put together. So this one is a good example of that. So I left 4 spots, not really knowing what I was going to do with them. But my plan is to include these 3 stories. I have a story about wrapping gifts. I have a story about doing my shopping online and early. And I have a story about buying myself some gifts this year because why not? And honestly, it was so much more fun for me. So I did my shopping one. I have, this is wrapping gifts. And this is my story about getting myself a few gifts to put under the tree from Santa. And so that's how I'm gonna just include those. And then I just need an 18 here. So I'm going to get my 18s. So here's my collection of numbers. And let's see, I have this one. And then, I'm surprised, where's the red one? Oh, there it is. I haven't actually used any of these ones yet. Oh no, I used like one. And this page doesn't really have red on it, but this page is red. So I'm kind of thinking it would be fun to put that there and have a pop of red. But it's plastic and I can't staple it because these are already adhered back to back. Let's see, what else do I have in here? I have this black 18. Honestly, I kind of love that one because that black rather than this one. No, that one looks good too. I'm gonna use that one. And you go ahead and just adhere this one down. And I know there's no red over here and there's a red on that side, but red and green are the Christmas colors, so it works in that respect. There we go. So that page is done. And then on this side, I'm gonna adhere this down, but I do want something to cover this line. Originally, I had planned to kind of crop my photo like that and do some journaling, but I feel like the journaling over here is sufficient. I do want maybe some washi tape. I'm gonna look at my holiday washi. So let's see, I have this tree one from a few years ago that I think actually would look really well with these colors. So let's see. It doesn't actually cover that line though. Where's my scissors? So I'm trimming this, but it is washi, so I can pull it back up if I need to, because I just kind of want to see what it looks like. It's kind of nice as a good base, and for whatever reason, I feel like the colors just really pop with it. But let's see if there's something I can add too. So I also have like this one, and I love this washi so much. This one's from Rightful Paper. The tree one is from Ali Edwards. So I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move this one down a little bit. So if you look at this washi, it's got like the white, it's got white space at the bottom. And I'm gonna move it so that the trees are actually along the bottom of the tag. And that way I can cover up this line here with this one without really covering the trees. And then you'll just see it a little bit peeking out on the sides like that. And that just adds a little something behind it to kind of cover that line and mount the photo. So I'm just gonna adhere this right here. And then I'm just gonna trim it down a little so that the washi isn't sticking off the edge. And I will fill the back or cover the back of this tag on day 19. And then after I do that, I will figure out what ribbon I want to put in the top there, and we'll pick something that coordinates with both sides. Okay, so I like that. The only question now is, do I want to add any more embellishments on this side? And I'm thinking I kind of want like a little star or something here, but I don't have anything super small, I think. But I kind of feel like it needs something on top of it. I'm gonna look and see what stars I have. And for day 18 for the advent calendar, it was these words, which the color doesn't go. Green ones would go though. So I do actually have some green ones here. Let's see. Kind of like taking time for, and then maybe putting a white one with it. Then let me see if there's some little stars. I feel like there are some little stars I was using. Always these, like the asterisks. There's stars up here too. I feel like these are very simple, but I think that this works. And then I'm going to put one there and one here. And then I'm going to take a third one. I always like to have them in threes and add it on to that journaling. So I have kind of a triangle. Okay, I think that's it for day 18. Now, the last thing I need to do is document this one on my sampler page here. So I have my 18. I really love how 17 came out. Thinking I just want to put like a star on it, and probably one of the wood stars would be good. So I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this down because I'm not going to do any stitching or anything. And then I'm going to put this guy just by himself. I have one of the wood stars up here, but this one is the green. I think that that works really well. And I don't want to add anything else. Well, no, I see there were these stars, and I don't know what happened to that set that I used. Oh, those were the ones from the punch out. That's where those were. That's what I was thinking of. But these ones work nicely. I could put one here, and see, no, there's these stars. I don't know what happened to that set. Here they are. Okay, so these are the stars I actually wanted rather than these ones. And I think I'm going to take these ones back off. Although they are cute. Where's the pad? I'm going to put them back on the pad. I wanted the other ones for a few reasons. The color is just a little bit different, and these ones I feel like just go with this like more because these are from this year's collection. Okay. And then there's a super tiny one, and then like a medium-sized one over here. There. Now I really like that. And then I want to take a small one and put it on here, and this one. I like that this same star set has been in a few of the different pieces because it ties the album together when you use some of the same products. Okay, so then what I need to do is just update this. So here's my calendar, and I haven't updated this in a few days because what I've been doing was just kind of documenting what I was doing on in my planner and just kind of going with it. This planning page is super useful when you fall behind or if you really like are planning ahead, but I just ended up not needing it too much. So I have the cookies done on the 16th, and let's see, 15th was this was my foundation page with my ornaments. Let me just say this was comfort stories, and this was ornaments, new ornaments, ing words around here, and then day 10 was college move out, so all of those are done. And then, so what I just did was gift stories, tree photo. And then day 17 was joy. Okay, so what I want to do is plan out the rest of December because I want to finish this up, but I also really like to plan it at the end so that I make sure that I get all the stories that I want in my album. So I have my work Christmas party on the 19th, and I know I'm not going to take any photos because I never do. I had a hearing planned for the 20th, and it ended up getting adjourned until like April for quite a few reasons. So I do still want to talk about work, but what I think I'm going to do is talk about work on the 20th and talk about my hearing getting adjourned, my Christmas party at work, and just a bunch of stuff that's going on at work all in one day. So I'm going to do that on the 20th. So I'm just going to circle that as my story. And then here, I think I'm going to do my wrapping paper story for 19 because I need to get that in here. And then let's see. The lights on my house, I had that in my story with it was in my snow story in the picture. I didn't do a specific story just about it. And then let's see, the 21st. Okay, so actually no, I'm gonna do my work story here just because I'm thinking about what my foundation pages are. And what I wanted to do was a story about, so I'm gonna show you guys here actually. I'm gonna put 18 and 19 back in here. Or 18 back in here. So 19 here, I'm gonna do my wrapping paper because I have this and I'm gonna have to switch these out for ones that coordinate. And then on the back of that will be 20. I think for work will go really well on the back of this, but here I wanna do an ephemera pockets. And I considered doing that as not a day, but I think it will work well as a day. And it's just gonna be like some ephemera I collected throughout the month with the number 20, and that will be it for that day. I don't know if I will write a story or not. 21 is going to be my work story, which will go with this. And then here I had this as 23, but I think it's going to end up being 22. And I had originally thought that this was going to be about music, but I'm running out of days and I didn't really do much with holiday music, so I'm going to just do holiday media. So I printed, you saw when I was cropping down some things, I printed out a book cover and some movie covers. Here's another movie cover of holiday related media that I consumed, and I'm going to document that here. And then for day 23, I had this photo of my cat that was super, super cute. I took on the morning of the 23rd. And I think I just want to do like a happening today, like a today's story, because it's the 23rd. So it's like very close to Christmas, but there were a few just like random stories from that day that I wanted to document. And I thought with this photo, I could also kind of include the advent calendars as part of today's story, because they were a thing we did every day. And I have Pumpkin here waiting by his advent calendar, hoping to get a treat. So that's going to be day 23. And then 24 is Christmas Eve. 25 is Christmas Day. So I'm pretty close to done. So my plan is to finish this album up this month and share it with you here. I won't share a final flip through until probably next September, just because people always want to see them as we're diving into the new season and getting excited about the project again. But for now, I will share the rest of putting it together with you guys. And if you want to see any pages, there are photos of everything on my Instagram channel. And of course, you can see them in the individual process videos for those spreads. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And as always, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.